Did he always have these marks here? What kind of being is Shiro? Like, come on, like, this guy is just... So this is incredible, actually, for the first time. He must be ready to take some hits, I guess. That's his thought process here? I like Bai. He's so good. Voice acting in this part is, like, insane. Like, I swear to God, they changed something in the microphone here. That's our angel. He's the only person who's calling Rusauka Anna. They're just, like, saying what I just said. Oh my god. Schreiber, you're the worst lover ever. Hello and welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for an episode of DS irae, and we are going to continue the fight between Shiro and Bei. So we are going to end up on the rooftop, just like in the last battle where Shiro emerged victorious. So I assume Shiro will win because, well, he just got new powers not for no reason, right? Like, he cannot die instantly after this. Like, he's going to be relevant until the end of the road, I assume, because what's the other point of giving him powers just to fight Bei? Like, he can do this without them. Unless this is just to showcase that you can steal Aknerbere from others and claim it as your own. Now I think about this, yeah, I just started the episode and started thinking, actually, I'm sorry. I wonder if, like, because fusion type can fuse Aknerbere with themselves. I wonder if the fusion type is very specific and they are like the only people who can, like, actually steal Aknerbere from others. If people like that can only do that. Can you, like, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, touch guns that Samuel is summoning and, like, fuse them with you if you are strong enough, and that effectively will make Samuel, like, powerless. Can you, like, take, like, you know, motorcycle of Schreiber and just, like, fuse with it? I wonder. Now I think about this, because fusion type is fusing with stuff, so... And Shiro just basically stole Rusauka Aknerbere from her. So that's like a conclusion I get right now. Anyway, let us continue. He sprang backwards and made his chain twine around the vertex of the church, the large cross. Then, with a forceful pull, he retreated to the rooftop, though not with the intention to blindly run away. Wilhelm was far above him, at both physical strength and mobility, so he could never best him in a fight on the level ground. Shiro had to limit the area to even have the chance.
やっぱりそうか。戦いってのは読み合いだ。相手が何をしてくるか、そしてそれを上回り合う。敗北ってのは予想の上を行かれることだ。てめえの希望が未知なんなら、今の状況は楽しいか?
Okay.
そう単純なもんでもねえ。
There are chains and a gun this time. Yep. Did he always have these marks here? I just realized, wait. His cape always had these marks? Look at that. It looks like bones if you think about this. This looks like the wings, like the bones in the wings or something. Like you have joints here. These are like bones or fingers, like demon fingers or something. Was it here before? He's like when he like didn't have the chains. Did he always have this? I never realized that. Can you remind me in the comments if that was always the thing or this just appeared? Replying in the bored manner, Shiro cautiously analyzed the situation. Though he distanced himself from the pallid demon, it wasn't nearly enough to be safe from his attacks. If Wilhelm so desired, he could close the space between them in less than a heartbeat. However, that very distance was Shiro's effective range, yeah. The past few minutes of brawling made him get a good grasp of the Blood Countess, his newly obtained Aknerbere, and it definitely wasn't something unfit to fight Wilhelm. After all, it wasn't just chains, but a whole set of tools. Yeah, he's been using only chains, but we know that Rusauka had a whole arsenal of things. The powered bullets from before were proof of its versatility. Oh! He made the bullets with this? Okay, that's new. I thought like he prepared these bullets, but wait, this book can like make bullets? What? Since when? I thought like it's just a list of like torture devices. Okay. I guess Shiro is like discovering new abilities of the Agnerbere, I guess, that Rusauka never thought about. He ran simulations of his next course of action as he spoke in his usual nonchalant tone.
まんまと逃げ延びたってやってやったとは思えなかったね。ああまたかって感じだよ。いつだって全部終わってから襲ってくるのさ。がっかりってのはそういうもんだ。
Yeah, just like Mercurius. What kind of being is Shiro? Like, come on, like this guy is just.
なるほど。メルクリウスに聞かせてやりてえこと。
Yeah. After a moment's chuckle, the demon wiped the grin off his face.
それならてめえにいいものをくれてやるよ。こいつを見てもまだ未知じゃねえとは言わせねえ。
Okay. Oh, he's third degree. Okay. Something was coming. Shiro instantly felt it and made his chains form a net-like wall in the air before him, but that wasn't enough to calm his uneasiness.
もう十分だ。面白かったぜ。手抜きは
Yep. Okay. I wonder if like at the end of like the, I hope that like, because come on, it's Shiro, right? He must like be able to master third degree, like easily. Like, come on. He must be able to do this. Like, at some point, like until the end of this road or until the end of the game in general, we must see him using at least once his third degree, right? What kind of craving Shiro can do? Basically Shiro wants to experience something new. He's, I'm trying to figure it out, Shiro craving now, because Ren wanted everything to be the same and stuff, right? So he just wanted to stop time, to be in loop and stuff. So yeah, he's just like slowing down time for himself. Shiro is like opposite. He wants basically get into unknown territories. He wants to get something new. So I don't know. I just know what Shiro wants, right? Shiro wants something new that will surprise him, but how can he make this into his craving? What this would do? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. Let's read. I hope like he will get third degree because I'm really interested in like what he can achieve with this. I'm really interested in this one. Shiro is so complicated, like with his craving. I mean, he's easy, but it's also complicated. Like you don't know what to expect out of this. Maybe even he doesn't. Maybe his third degree will change every time he uses it or something. Like, yeah, I would just use my third degree and it's doing some random bullshit. He don't even know what the hell is happening. And then next time he activates it and it's like, again, different. It's like playing roulette. I don't know. It's like the only like random thing I can think of, like just like roulette. I don't know, maybe it's like giving him weapons, like, yeah, you have pistol now you have chains, now you have bullets, now you have something. I don't know. But it doesn't make sense. Okay, anyway. The feeling, that ominous sensation was likely... Yeah. Wilhelm's voice reverberated through the stinging night as his surroundings began to shift away from reality. Mm-hmm. I'm still... I like how like serene and how calm Bei sounds like while chanting. Also, if you think about this, this is just like very like these chants in this era are like very typical shonen thing or like even movie thing. You like, why can't you attack them while they're talking? It takes them a while. Like, just don't let them activate this.
もし私が騎士にあるまじきものならば、このまま死んでしまいたい。何よりも幸福なこの瞬間。私は死しても決して忘れはしないだろう。
Darkness warped like the Amovea as an even deeper night engulfed the sunless sky.
故に恋人よ、彼を散ろ。
The pavement of the surface cracked, dried up and shattered.
死骸を晒せ。
The trees withered until they became sand. Oops, wrong button.
何かが訪れ、何かが起こった。私はあなたに問いを投げたい。
I think Bei chant is the longest one. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think like his chant is the longest one.
本当にこれでよいのか。私は何か過ちを犯していないか。恋人よ、私はあなただけを見、あなただけを感じる。私の愛で朽ちるあなたを、私だけが知っているから。
A darkness so deep it defied description erupted into the world.
故に恋人よ、彼を散ろ。
Wilhelm chant, his pallid face distorted by joy. With ferocity, dissipation, and excessive satisfaction, his aria reached its climax.
ブリア、
Yep.
ローゼンカバリエ、シュバルツワール。
Duh! I love this! This like, it's rare that we hear like full chant from Bei and the name of his burial and everything. He's so good at this. Damn! Like performance with the voice acting of Bei for like this, like in general Bei is awesome, but like he's like activating Beriach is just freaking amazing. I just love this. I was saying that. And so the night had been born. So yeah, let's just turn down the special effects, I guess. The darkness already dominated in the hours of dusk, now cloaked itself in the hues deeper, thicker than ever before. The veil of all the King Schwarzsand raised the gloom while the moon wore a brilliant light. A space where darkness and light underwent a constant increase. The genesis of an otherworld that cemented its created principle, craving as its dominant rule. In other words,
これが想像以外だ。
yeah.
その様子じゃ。
His black coat melted into the night. Yep.
ここまでは達してなかった。
Yeah. I mean, he just got his weapon, come on.
ばかり残念だが、まあそれも仕方ねえ。
I'm still surprised that... Yeah, he just got his weapon and he's doing pretty well for that. Like, I mean, come on, like he instantly got into formation level and he can actually fight with this. So this is incredible actually for the first time. But yeah, you are not on the Beriach level yet. So what can you do at this point? That's the question. As if surprised by the darkness, the demon's white gloves, ivory hair, pale skin and the rest of him all began to merge with the night. Is there someone who can like save Shiro maybe? So he can train and achieve Beriach later and have the rematch with Bei?
お前は死ぬ。 ここまで楽しませてくれた礼を込めて加減はしねえ。
Shiro looked straight into the blood-red eyes, shining within the darkness.
せいぜいあがけや。
A thunderous burst filled the soundscape. After instantly jumping to the height of the 10 meters and concealing part of the moon with his silhouette, Wilhelm unleashed the barrage of stakes from both of his hands. The rate of fire rivaled that of M61 Vulcan. Holy shit! Under the continuous blitz, not unlike a carpet bombing, the rooftop instantly came to more closely resemble a pincushion. You probably forgot, but Rhea is unconscious, like, down there, you know? Like, if you kill her, then yeah, Reinhardt will not be happy. I mean, he will not care. But in general, for you, it's like betraying Reinhardt, basically. Right? So, yeah.
よけろよけろよけろよけろ豚みてえに逃げ回ってよ俺を絶頂させろや止まるんじゃねえ
Following the vampire insane crackle, the storm of stakes grew in intensity. Shiro barely dodged them all as he started to feel his strength gradually fade. Yeah, because it's been his force, his life. Within his Rosenqualier Schwarzsand, Wilhelm was the hunter and all else were prey for him to feed on. The rooftop Shiro stood on melted, now turned to the sand, as if the vitality was drained away. Oh right, and he's going to suck out life from Rhea as well. Great, Wilhelm, you literally forgot that she exists. You literally forgot that. Not only that, but Wilhelm's speed when he landed and dashed towards Shiro was even greater than before. It came as no surprise that his own ward would supply him with more power. Vampire thrives in the darkness, so a pitch black night like this would push their power to the very limit. Shiro went to the rooftop to strip the demon of the advantage he had on the level field, but it turned out he only forced himself in the open coffin if his movements was hindered. The flying stakes, the punches and the kicks were too much for Shiro to keep track of, for the deep darkness camouflaged of the flow of the attacks, with Wilhelm and his Achnebere possessed the power to deliver the lethal blow with a single hit. The demon space was indeed a maelstrom of the death itself. I don't think Shiro, definitely, Shiro cannot win this yet. She must master third degree first. And we are going to have a battle of the third degrees. With the night stirred by the deadly taunts, the Knight of the Rose was unmatched. Yeah, you still have a lot of other formations, I guess. Or just use gun, yeah, okay. Sure. Stepping through yet another wave of ruthless stake storm, Shiro aimed and shot towards Wilhelm's pair of vividly crimson eyes, dancing boisterously within the darkness. Obviously a normal gunshot wouldn't even work as a distraction, however. The 10-burst target dodged aside, leaving behind the explosive sound of breaking rooftop and going straight into the rattle of Shiro's chains. Right before the metal collided around the vampire ankle, a stake appeared to its place. Wilhelm laughed as he stood tall on his own weapon. Okay. Wow. Shiro tried to trip him over and he just shoot the stake out of his leg. Yeah, it does. We're doing pretty good.
竹馬なんざ見たのはガキ以来だぜ、レトロ野郎。
Their mid-battle exchanges were momentary, while their fights were repetitive. The Wilhelm attacks 10 times and constantly shaved away Shiro vitality. The boy could only counterattack once or twice while constantly failing. Though the demon's speed was undeniable nuisance. The real problem were the stakes. They turned into the phalanx from up close and projectiles from the distance. Not to mention that he could use them to take the brunt of Shiro blows. Yep. And Shiro cannot do the same with his chains, yeah? Because it's actually attached to him. At the moment, it was nearly impossible for the boy to directly destroy Wilhelm Achnerberg. So going for the battle of weaponry was the height of folly. The only way Shiro could beat him was through the damage to his body.
つってもな、全身ハリネズミ相手にどうしろって話。
Yeah, pretty much. You must be ready to take some hits, I guess. Basically, there were men opening his defense. The tempered bullets were relatively useful, but as long as the demon kept frantically moving around, that would never affect the course of the fight. He could try a reckless hand-on assault while ignoring the onslaught, but would most likely get both him and his weapon pierced and broken. Yeah, but he did that before and he didn't care that much, so why care now? I mean, okay, sorry, that was stupid, I know, because Bay weapon basically is draining like his blood and making like everything like basically mummified, right? So yeah, everyone else that doesn't have this power, yeah, he can just like pretty much go through the pain, just like ignore attacks and just like straight forward and yeah, great, I won. Not with Bay, because if he will ignore Bay attacks, then he's going to die. Like 100%, there's like no denying it. Based on what Shiro knew, he calculated that Wilhelm's chance of surviving such an attack was 70%, while the boy himself would surely die in the process. Okay, 70% surviving, so 40% of death? That's pretty high actually for Bay. Expected like 90% of surviving. If the destruction of the Achnerberg resulting in inflicting damage to the user, then... After several tens of Prussia's offenses and defenses, Shiro suddenly formed a wry smile.
まあ実際3割ありゃクリーンナップは張れるわな。
Oh, 30%, sorry, not 40. My bad.
ああ、とりあえずもう少し類埋めてやるよ。ほら。
Okay. There's no Shiro will win with Bay, right? At this point. Or maybe he will. I mean, I guess like this era made Shiro to be like extreme badass at this point. And the bigger badass, the more chances to victory you have. One shot after another, Shiro released the barrage of the gunfire. The distance between them was too great for him to get a clear shot, but there were things he could test by doing that, such as his Achnerberg enhanced bullets, and a certain other possibility that recently flashed through his mind.
Oh, やるね。器用じゃねえか。
Huh? Jumping around on his very own tickets of stakes, Wilhelm dodged the shots while working his thinker. Some of that bullets weren't even worth the effort to evade, but Shiro gunfire was something entirely different. Each and every projectile was brimming with the abilities of the Achnerberg. There was no better proof of that than the yet unhealed gunshot wounds on his arm. Yeah, okay.
最初は毒液、そして今は。
Okay. Suddenly 50, I guess, caliber bullet exploded right before his eyes. So he's like shooting explosives now? He's like making like bombs?
針か。
Oh, needles. Okay, never mind. What? Why needles are better than... Oh, like a buckshot. Oh, okay. I see. Bursting like buckshot, it released dozens of needles. Though their damaging power was low, a hit to the eye would nonetheless be severe, and that was exactly what Shiro intended. Okay. So he basically made a shotgun of like less effective pellets to increase his chances of hitting Bay. That's smart. Because any damage is still a damage in this fight.
見えすいてんだよ
However, the pallid vampire dodged them all. Yeah, okay. His reaction speed was beyond belief, yeah. And he can probably just like make a stakes out of his like hands, legs or whatever and just like block everything, probably, right? The bullet came towards him at max speed and burst into needles only a few centimeters before his eyes. Even if he knew his opponent's intentions, evading that was downright ludicrous. It proved that his reflexes were beyond human knowledge. Yeah. Okay. Then he kicked away a stake at his side and shielded himself from the bullet storm that followed, only to be greeted by the large wheel. Oh, that's the wheel that Rusauka been like riding on or something, right? On the bridge. Okay.
アホが
His face wrapped with the contempt and the ridicule. Wilhelm couldn't grasp why Shiro formed such a large target for him. Had he already forgot the rule? The wheel closed in, but Demon didn't even bother dodging it and faced it head on. As they both knew, when two Ahnerberry clashed, the one that came out on top was always the stronger and better tempered. Thus the wheel shattered into dozens pieces that toppled across behind him. The seemingly silver symbol slipped and fell into the darkness while making a high-pitched sound. Okay, he hid some silver thing inside. Game set match. The boy blunted terminated the outcome. Wilhelm didn't know why his opponent made such a reckless move, but his dissatisfaction wide outweighed his own confusion. What is this?
なんねえことやってんじゃねえよさっき俺が言ったことも忘れたのか
What's this? Silver symbol. Slipped and fell into darkness. Huh, okay. That will be important. Probably, I mean, it's silver, so should work on bay. Whatever that is. Breaking Ahnerbere broke the user. The destruction of the wheel made Shiro fall to his knees and forced blood out of his mouth, okay?
おいよまさか今ので終わりかよ途中まではいい線いってたってのにお前
心配すんなよ試しただけだ
Okay.
あ
思った通り一個潰されたくらいじゃ俺は死なね
Okay. Okay, Shiro, you fucking mother, man. So basically, you can just so you determined just that you can just rush as the berserker towards bay, and until you brought up like your every single weapon you have in the book, then you cannot die. That's his thought process here. Like he's just going to throw his weapons to shield himself and just like rush towards him and use the last weapon to deal a blow. Like who, like, okay, you must be insane to do something like this. Like come on, like no one else outside of Shiro could do this. Like what the actual fuck? What a madman. Still kneeling, Shiro looked at Wilhelm with an indomitable grin on his face, as if to ridicule his confusion. During the whole of their battle, he tried and succeeded at forming 12 weapons. Bullets, chains, wheel. It's free. Oh! Okay, chain, we saw needles, we saw wheel, we saw fetters, no? What even is the fetter? Wait, okay. I would classify fetters the same as the chain, but okay, whatever. Daggers, thread sew, poison, chair, funnel, screws, mask, and a stone plate. We saw like 4 of them. He said that poison was the first that like he didn't heal yet. So this is like the first bullet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. We saw 5. A varied set of instruments, unite only by the purpose to torture and inflict suffering. That was the true nature of the Ahnerbere Shiro had inherited. Adoring the name of the Elizabeth Bathory, the Maddened Countess, it was a collection of the tools specialized in the drawing of blood. Yeah. Do you remember Bathory from Muramasa? So good. The woman penned the nightmarish notebook during his latter years, while confronting death in the solitude of a windowless chamber within her own castle. With all these tools and methods of torture covered, there was no doubt a pandemonic tome written in the blood and pained screams of Talon. She was able to grant form to any of the tools panned within, and due to their sheer number, a extraction of a single one would automatically spell his doom.
つまりこれでタフさの差はほぼ修正されたっていうわけだな。
Okay. Quantity over quality. His tools were weak, but if a single item distraction didn't mean his death, victory wasn't a delusion.
そうなりゃ最低でも確率5割。
Damn!
あの女が使ってた影でも出せりゃもっと話は早かったんだが、やっぱそんなに甘くはねえか。
Is that even... I don't think like Shiro you can actually use shadows, to be honest. I don't think that's the power of the Ahnerbere. I think that was just power of Rusauka. This Ahnerbere is using the weapons. Rusauka could use these weapons as well, like this like devices, but the shadows was like probably her doing the witchcraft, occult thing, witch things that she could do, just basically like magic. Since Rusauka's Nachtserer was an original born through her creation figment, there was no reason for Shiro to be able to use them. Or that. Okay, makes sense. So Rusauka basically was like constantly activating her third degree to like a little bit, like to some degree, her Beriach to some degree, all the time. This is interesting. I didn't thought about this. It didn't matter though. He knew he would do just fine with what he had. He's actually going to win against Bei. Wow. What a badass. Well, we could expect that, but okay. Shiro stood up and carried out another formation, bringing out all the tools of torture he could summon at once, spreading them through his surroundings. There were as much weapons as there were armor. He would risk his life with every attack, but it was definitely worth a shot. Okay, yeah. Insane bastard. Yeah, you need to shoot down all of them. The harsh reality of Shiro being unable to catch up to Wilhelm's speed remained, allowing the vampire to potentially put the boy into the checkmate by simply keeping his distance, while bargaining him with the stakes. Barraging, yeah, that's not going to happen, that's not how Bei works. Shiro provoked the vampire precisely in order to prevent him from taking that road. Would he take the bait or... He's going to take the bait. Okay. Wilhelm replied with a crackle laden with sadistic bliss. I like Bei, he's so good.
縁も竹縄でここらで派手にやろうじゃねえか。てめえの魂はこの場で食ってやるからよ。できるもんなら俺の腹も裂いてみやがれ。
Maybe because Mercurius is not that much in the story, I think like Bei is better than Mercurius. Like I like Bei better than Mercurius. I like Reinhardt more. But Bei is freaking ridiculous. Like, this guy is just awesome.
あのな。
And Shiro is like his counterpart. Shiro's voice had a hint of shock in it.
んなホモ臭い絵面ぶっちゃけた話ありえねえだろ。
Okay. He made a step forward and instantly accelerated.
来るか来るか来いよ
Damn. Voice acting in this part is like insane. Like, I swear to God, they changed something in the microphone here. Like, the audio devices cannot like handle the screaming. With 12 instruments of torture formed around him, Shiro made a headlong dash towards Wilhelm, who took him on a while, crackling like a madman. His thunderous roar shook the twin late at night. In the moment that would part their life and death, Shiro prepared himself for the raw stake heading towards his heart. Oh. We're back to Rhea. Nahimura woke up to a splitting headache. Her body was heavy and her mobility was limited. Upon looking around, she saw a great hole in the wall of the chapel and felt the torrents of the battle flowing through it. Also, I didn't thought about this, but wouldn't like Rusauka death basically open up the chapel already? It should, right? Like, Rhea should feel that this is already open. Right? Because the chapel will just like take the souls from Rusauka. Unless all of her souls were in the weapon and she's like technically still alive because it's activating on the souls, not on the physical body dying. Also, Rusauka didn't disappear, now I think about this. We just had like Shiro just bursting out of her, but her body didn't disintegrate it, right? We didn't have the scene when it's disintegrating. And every time when LTO member died, they disintegrated basically. Is Rusauka somehow alive? I was so excited about Shiro that I didn't thought about that. Someone was fighting outside. After a short scan of her memories from before she lost consciousness, she guessed it had to be Wilhelm and... Rusauka is... on the verge of... okay, yeah, so she's alive. Rusauka, yet in truth, the witch was actually lying in her own pool of blood, clearly on the verge of death. Yeah. Rusauka so don't want to die. And Rhea is also... yeah, she meekly moaned while choking on her own blood. Rhea didn't know what happened to her, but it was more than obvious that she was inching towards death with every passing moment, yeah. Like, Babe, like I said, like, Babe basically forgot that Rhea is here. Like, he shouldn't use that because Rhea is here, and also Rusauka just don't want him to use that because of her own. Yeah. She's so scared of dying. Rusauka's injuries were grave enough to consider to strip her vitality away. Though not nearly as hard, Rhea herself was exhausted beyond belief, right to the point where even trying to rise her body was folly. Likely, due to the battle outside, all the life force within the area was being drained, everyone there was in danger. Rhea moaned as she tried to escape, but she didn't even have the strength to crawl anymore. In fact, even breathing proved a challenge under the weight of the wickedness swirling before the altar. Crushed by that pressure, she thought to herself, she was going to die. Would her life and right then and there? And would it be something to celebrate? She thought it would probably be for the best, Okay, we are going back to my thoughts about Rhea again. But okay, I'm not going to discuss it again. After all, with her death, Fuji might just be able to survive. Yeah? And everyone else. Not to mention that she just believes herself to be a creature unworthy of life. Okay? Thus she begged the divine to grant her a swift end. Okay, so yeah, like I said. A desperate, voiceless prayer. The corrupt and warped chapel was still a house of God. It was by no means foolish to hope the Lord would hear the girl's ardent plea. However, it was a vain desire. The space was both a church and the womb of the nature darkness. And the girl's mortal vessel was host to delivery, encroaching down to her very soul. Encroaching.
なんだかいい匂いだね。
That's Schreiber. That was Schreiber voice. Bloodlust. A staggering fierce desire to kill. A hurricane of raw calamity that banished all other auras, had committed the place before it, with ferocity several times stronger in intensity. Okay, is Schreiber going to kill Bei? Or kill Shiro? It's like one of these two. Or he's just like going to murder everyone. Or he's going to kill Rusauka. Like, he's going to murder someone. And open the thing. And then stop the others. Or he will just like kill them. Rusauka convulsed on the floor. Bloody forth gushing forth from her mouth. As her eyes rolled back with their capillars torn. Something was coming. It was dreadful and ominous beyond all description. I think like he's going to kill Rusauka. I mean, she's on the verge of death anyway now, so he was just like, yeah. It could only be called an amalgam of pure madness, wickedness, malice and murder. For those were the only things it was made of. Within her vision, clouded by death, she saw the aura swirl, gather, and gain physical form. That was loud as fuck! Even for me, I'm sorry. I know it's been loud for you probably as well. Damn! Game! What should I... like this? What is that? Okay, hi Schreiber. Schreiber just ascended. That's our angel. The bloody chapel was the angel of death. The bloody chapel was graced with the presence of the ashen messenger. Though angelic in appearance, he had the mind of the rabid beast. The obsidian round table was the band composed by the soul-consuming demons, but no one matched him in their decor to that indulgence.
やんな。60年ぶりだね。
Okay.
懐かしいよ。
60 years, eh? Number 12. Of the Longinus there is an older obsidian round table, Wolfgang Schreiber, Redwind. The frenzied Ashen Knight descended before the witch and the saint. Rahimur was all oblivious to a certain fact. One of the three knights, Reinhard Close's aides, was given the task to stay by her side, yeah. So this is basically around the time when we had the previous episodes, when they were asked where the Schreiber is, so it's around the same time. And on any danger that befell her would be the trigger to call him forth. Oh. So he is going to kill Bei. Because Bei is making the danger to Rhea at this point, so he's going to be like, hey Bei, you know what? You are almost killing our like important vessel, you know? So yeah, see ya. And he's just going to like murder him in one shot. Therefore, The boy had full authority on what he could do with anyone that dread caused real harm. Okay.
Hmm?
Right after appearing, Schreiber said, oh. What? What the fucking... Wow. Wow. Schreiber just don't give a fuck. Right after appearing, Schreiber sat on Rusałka. Then, while getting comfortable, he looked down at the dying witch and listened to her brawling with the innocent smile on his face.
アンナ、君は何やってんだい？あの子をいじめちゃダメじゃないか。
It's Bay right now who's the problem, not her, but okay, I guess she bullied her, yeah.
違うの、私じゃない。私何もしてないわ。アイドリッキョの命令にだ逆らってない。
Her appeal was genuine and devoid of falsity. Its sorrowful tone was capable of moving the hearts of many. Rusałka wept as her voice grew hoarse with desperation. After all, unless she could persuade Schreiber of where her loyalty lay, he would surely kill her, yep.
どうかアイドリッキョに。
でもそうは言うけど、あの人は今いないんだよね。
Yeah. Rusałka didn't understand what he meant by that. Still, wallowing in blood, she looked at him with confused eyes. In response, the boy tilted his head to the side. I mean, he means just like he's not like in this world, because he's like in physical world right now, and he cannot just come back, I guess, like that. He was looking for an explanation he could use.
僕ら3人が出ている時に、まだあの人は出てこれないよ。少なくとも、
Yeah.
あと一つ二つはスワスチカが開かないとね。
Uh-huh.
わかるかな？僕らはハイドリヒ教の一部なんだ。ルベドとニグレドと、そしてアルベドの3つに分かれてるって言えばいい？つまりね。
So, okay, let's just hear what he says. But I think like it's just like either Reinhardt is coming back as himself, or the three of them as separates. Because we had Reinhardt coming back on the bridge before. So he can clearly manifest himself. But instead he chose to manifest Rubedo, Nigredo and Albedo instead of himself. The materialization of souls through the Yetsirak degree. Rusałka was at the loss of words, even forgetting her own pain. So you say that Rubedo, Albedo, and Nigredo are his Agnerbere, basically, right? I mean, his Agner... Actually... Lance is not his Agnerbere, right? Lance is just his weapon. His Agnerbere is something else. Did we saw, like, his Agnerbere? We know that his third degree is the castle and he have like legions of souls, but we never saw his actual Agnerbere, I think, right? So Rubedo, Nigredo, Albedo are like his weapon? It was only a moment ago that she had her weapon taken away from her in an unexpected twist. There was no way she could forget what he meant.
だからアンナ、今の僕らは3人のハイドリヒ教だと言ってもいいんだ。おのおのの自由意志で動くことを許されてるし、自分同士で仲間割れでもしない限り怒られたりしない。
Or that. Okay, so basically your wheels are Reinhardt wheels. Just don't fall with each other because you would fight. It's like Reinhardt would be punching himself, basically equivalent of. So yeah, they can do like whatever they want. Yeah.
とまあ、そういうことでね。あの人に言いたいことがあるならここで言いなよ。
Yeah, okay.
よく同じことなんだし。
You are the worst part of Reinhardt. Like what the fuck? Yeah, Rusałka, you are in deep trouble. Was he saying that Schreiber, Maki, and Seimer were all devoured by the Lord Heldrich? Yeah? I mean... we know that from previous roads, right? I think this is the news for Rusauka. I mean, every person in the castle, like every soul, is technically Einherjar, right? But like these three are like special ones, basically. They're like infused with like part of his soul, probably, or something, right? She couldn't believe his words until the detestable phrase came back to her. No one will be spared. If Lord Heldrich returns, he will consume us all. No. Rusauka rejected the idea with all her being. She wanted to live the way she was now. She wished to rely only on her own wisdom and power. But now she knew the nature of that monster. The miracle she promised was the eternal existence with divine chaotic maelstrom inside him. Yep, now you get it. Why was the boy so composed? Did he not understand what a terrible creature he had become? Nah, he looks pretty fine with this.
変なあんな。君は死にたくないんだろ?
Yeah, so just became part of me.
ハイドリヒ教の一部になれば、それで願いが叶うじゃないか。あの人は誰にも嘘なんか言っちゃいないよ。スワスチカを完成させれば、君らは集めた魂に見合った不死になれる。
He's like a freaking genie. He's not specific how he makes his wishes.
それが死人だってなんだって捧げてしまえば、獣のたてがみとして生き返ることができるんだからさ。
Damn. The frenzied animal couldn't see a single problem with that. He cared little about what he belonged to.
僕は人さえ殺せればいい。一日でも長く、一人でも多く。
Yeah.
それが叶うなら。ねえアンナ。僕はこんな幸せないと思うよ。
I wonder like what's like if there's like bigger backstory, because we saw Schreiber backstory, right? Like he was like, yeah. I know that you said to me that we will have more of the backstory for Schreiber later, and I'm really excited about this. But I wonder like if there's like backstory for Schreiber and Rusauka like after the LDO happened. Basically because Schreiber is the only one who's calling Rusauka by her real name. So there must have been like close at some point, like to some degree. Like I don't know, or like Schreiber is just being Schreiber and he calls everyone by their names. I don't know, like he's the only person who's calling Rusauka Anna. Basically. Everyone is like Maleus or Rusauka, and he's just like, yeah. Hey Anna. Like a good friends, basically. The trembling in her lips cut the sentence short. Insane, 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 insane. The boy was broken beyond measure. Talking to him who didn't feel like a conversation with another human being. And the other two were just like him, albeit on a different scale. Samuel had her fanatism, while Makina his grudge. The Imperial Guard cared not for their own individuality. They were monsters, driven by the single craving. However, even so, Rusauka... She spoke after weakly shaking her head. She didn't give in to despair. That was a plight of lowly commoners. Even if her body succumbed to the injury and refused to listen to her, even if she lost enough blood to make her consciousness fade, she still had her wisdom and experience. Okay? Aside from Mercurius, Rusauka was the only person to walk the path of sorcery before she joined the Obsidian Round Table. Okay? Some Rusauka big moment? She had methods of distancing death even before she came to know the Advocate. Okay. I mean, she said she extended her life and stuff, right? With that truth in mind, her situation didn't seem too bad. The fact that Schreiber, not Makin or Samuel, was the one to come to her was the greatest proof of that. How? I feel like this is the worst one who could like meet with you. True genius was neither in the perspiration nor with the spark of the inspiration. It was luck, the stroke of the fortune that came when it matters the most, and will and ability to reach out for the right moment at the one darkest hour. Another necessity was the mental strength to not despair. Even when her stomach was split open, Rusauka refused to give up. She could feel the moment of luck drawing even closer.
私とても悲しいわ。せっかくあなたと会えたのに。もう顔もよく。
Did she... Is this like assassination attempt? Is she trying to seduce him? Were they lovers before? Rusauka spoke up while casting a powerful spell on herself. It was nothing but a simple order. Love the man before you. Okay. She planned to fool him by tricking herself. She would overcome this trial by using that love, both fake and honest. The improvisation made her mood truly hacked, but Rusauka believed that it was more than worth a try. After all, Schreiber probably had taken a liking to her. Yeah, that's why I said like he's the only one who's talking by her first name, like the true name. It wasn't her womanly intuition, but she definitely had the basis for that assumption. Schreiber was the only one with an obsidian table to call her Anna. I seriously could read the script for this game. They just like saying what I just said. Oh my god. Wow. Not her title as the member of the order, not her magic name, but the human name she left behind a long time ago. Rusauka did not know why the man referred to her like that, nor did she care for that matter. However, at the very least, it was a sign that she was special to him. There was where her hope lay and where she decided to bet on.
しているのよ。私は。
Okay. Rusauka have really scary powers as the sorceress, I guess. She can even like cast a spell that alternates her like feelings on herself. What the hell? The spell made Rusauka fully believe what she was saying. Even the tears running down her cheeks were honest as they were fake.
君が僕を
だからお願い。私を。
This is such a genius play from Rusauka. But also, it's probably permanent, right? Like, she won't be able to cancel the spell anymore. Even if she survives, she would be still like loving Schreiber, even if it's like fake, but it's also going to be the truth. So she's not like, you know what, I have to cancel this. She will not think about this like that, because she would not like to. She would like not like to not liking Schreiber, if you know what I mean. She would like it to continue. The charm became all the more truthful, successfully bewitching Schreiber. As it happened, her injuries were starting to heal. Okay. Even when stripped of her Achnerbearer, Rusauka Schwagerin was by no means powerless. She had passive restorative magic that would heal her cells when she was hurt, and she lowered her pain to make it easier for her to keep her focus. Her greedy, tight grasp on life was something to behold. It was a feat impossible for the rest of the Order. When it comes to things like this, she was far above those who were at their greenery just 60 years ago.
私は弱いの。ここで死んだらあなたみたいにはきっとなれない。そんなのは嫌。あなたに触れて感じたい。私はこのまま生きていたいの。
First of all, this is very smart out of Rusalka, like I said, but it's also like the worst possible target for that. Like, Schreiber is the worst possible target for that because of his backstory, probably. You remember, like, he was like basically thinking that he's a girl before. Like, something happened in his backstory, and he showed like stuff to Bay, and like Bay was like really like shocked by this, I guess. Yeah, that's like Schreiber, like backstory must be so fucked up. Like seriously, like we heard like about his father, right? Yeah, we had like glimpse of his father in that backstory a little bit. So yeah, his family is not exactly like, yeah, I don't think like he cares much about love, you know? I don't think like he even know what that means. She extended, put her shaking hand around Schreiber's neck, and pushed her lips against his. Okay.
Anna?
This is not the smile that you would like to see. The boy replied with a shock.
君は僕を愛しているの？僕と君は恋人になるの？
Okay.
あなたが私を助けてくれてる。
In response to her voice growing even fainter.
そうか、なるほど。
Okay. He accepted it pretty fast. I'm confused.
どうしか。
Schreiber muttered to himself as if etching those words into his soul. His slender shoulders were shaking, barely at first, then with more intensity.
愛ね。うん。とてもいい言葉だ。
Okay.
僕もいろんな人に愛されて。
I'm not getting a good vibes out of this. For some reason.
わかるよ、アンナ。僕もね。
He altered his expression as his voice transformed, both of which were changes that seemed far too sudden. There wasn't a being on Earth who could know the workings of his mind, not even the boy himself. This is bad. This is bad. Rip Rusałka. Plan failed, evacuate. Therefore, upon seeing the erratic amplitude of his mood swings in action, Rusałka could easily assume that her cunning hadn't failed and provided her with satisfactory result. Okay, if you say so. He's confused, okay. After all, the boy before her was sobbing. Okay. And a few seconds later released a soul-splitting scream. A heart-rending wail resounded through the church, mindless of his surroundings. Schreiber withered as he shed tears and wailed to the point of appearing ominous. Seemingly grieving over the loss of his lover, he took the girl's body into his arms and continued to cry. Okay.
アンナ、僕のアンナ、しっかりしてよ、大丈夫だから。お願いだから、目を開けてよ。
Schreiber is very real here, but he's not helping her. But seems like he feels the pain of losing a lover. Schreiber is so weird and so good. Anna, your plan worked, but not necessarily as you wanted. He's just letting you die in his arms, it seems. Well, shit. Bearing witness to that madness, Rusako reacted as her own spell commanded, while her subconscious calculated the following course of events. She couldn't allow her focus to dwell, as anything that would get her on Schreiber's bad side would be her curtain call. She needed to stay vigilant, regardless of how well her plan was working out. As unreasonable a creature the boy might have been, Rusauka nonetheless found herself charmed by his honesty. He was the only one in the world who could give her a new down. Okay. Yeah. This is so fucked up. This is so fucked up. What the fuck? Rusauka, your plan worked like 50-50. You made him fall in love for you, but yeah, he's just like letting you die anyway. What? This is so bizarre and so awesome at the same time to see Schreiber like this and Rusauka. Okay, that's also a good question. Now Rusauka can actually point out a finger at the people who did it, and he's going to just murder them, right? That would help Rusauka as well to survive, because Bei, third degree, would disappear. She wanted to respond by saying that he was the one troubling her breathing, but putting too much brute strength into his embrace. But she realized that it was a compliment best left for later. Complaint. Best left for later. She would heal her once, become healthy, and then talk about it like a nostalgic event. It wasn't important to her right now. Rusauka's room was covered in several layers of magic fields. If she were to get there, the magic she used to keep herself alive would increase in power. As severe as her injuries were, they would probably fade in about 3 days. The only problem was getting there. Schreiber sobbed and shed a flood of tears as Rusauka put her hand on his ashen hair, rubbing gently his head. It might be actually another episode. I thought I would just make it together with the other one, but... well, so probably you had weird fade out in the previous episode and this episode just started without intro. That's probably the case. I didn't expect this to be that long and stuff, that important stuff would happen, but I just cannot just like stop it here and just like, you know, just leave you like that. Schreiber sobbed and shed a flood of tears as Rusauka put her hand on his ashen hair, gently rubbing his head. She hid her impatience and irritation, while realizing that having him ask the same questions over and over was even more troublesome. She had to give him the answer to redirect his emotions. Yes? Yeah. She's the main person who made her like this at this point, yeah. Bei is not helping, but yeah, Shiro is the one who gave her a big hole in the stomach. Yeah. The grip of Schreiber's slender arms becoming even tighter. She started to drown blood gathering within her lungs. Oh my god. He loves her to death. Rusauka's spine creaked as her broken ribs broke into her insides. Oh my god. Oh no, this is terrible. Her intestines slid out of the hole in her abdomen, falling into the floor. What is this? Gore screaming show? Her answer might have been critical mistake. Within her blooded, fading vision, she saw Schreiber bloodlust reach the height greater enough to shake even her. Things were looking grim, beyond helpless.
そうだね。
Fuck!
一緒に殺そう。
He's going to absorb her soul and say that, yeah, now we're going to kill him together. Great. Bye, Rusauka, that was nice. Oh my god, why can't you be alive, like, for, like, whole road? Just once, please. Don't be another character from Muramasa that I really like. Just, like, come on, please.
ハイドリ秘境と一緒にいたくないなら、僕と一緒にいればいいよ。
I know you are equivalent of her, but god damn it.
僕の中で生きればいい。
Yeah, okay. Bye, Rusauka. It's a painful way to go. Rusauka sprouted bloody broth as she felt the bones in both her arms get crushed. Even more of her insides gushed out of her wound. Schreiber was no longer crying.
だから殺そう。ユサシロを殺そう。僕のすべてで、愛で、悲しみで、憎しみで、すべてで殺そう。
So we are going to lose Rusauka, and we are going to lose Shiro. Okay. They might survive after all, it seems. Rusauka desperately tries to keep herself together, earnestly believing that there should be another stroke of luck she could grab onto. She still refused to give up. The genius she thought herself to be could never meet her end at a place like this. The loss of blood and troubled breathing deprived Rusauka brain cells to oxygen, prompting her to try and hastily wave a spell to restore them. Even as she could feel herself losing access to a certain knowledge and memories within her brain, she refused to faint. Losing consciousness was out of the question. After all, it wasn't over yet. As long as Rusauka stayed alive, she still had a chance. Nonetheless, it was hard for her to ignore the dampness and stench of the blood she was drowning in. Schreiber, you're the worst lover ever. Okay.
いいよこの感じ。
Damn. Schreiber shouted as his eye became bloodshot with joy. Revenge. How sweet, how intoxicating he found that echo of that word.
こんな理由で人を殺すのは初めてだ。
Okay. Good for you.
あんなありがとう。君の仇は僕が絶対この手で撃ってあげるからね。
Yeah. Yeah. Rusauka, your surviving is like 0% at this point. Like, he just wants you to die so he can like have a revenge out of love. What the fuck? Schreiber howled at the top of his lungs, embracing Rusauka so tight he practically squeezed her dry. Bearing witness to the madness, Himuro fainted once more. 12 of the instruments shattered and fell. But not all of them, because Shiro is still alive, right? I think we'll see this in the next episode. Okay, you know what? I will just save, just in case. I have no idea how we'll split these episodes. So for now, I will just make a quick outro. Thank you for watching this episode. Hope you liked the love story between Rusauka and Schreiber. That's been intense. And next episode we are going to see Schreiber action. Probably finishing off Shiro, maybe? There's something? Who knows? Well, anyway, thank you for watching. I don't know what I will do with this episodes for this like recording session because it's like extreme mess. It might be one episode, it might be 2 episodes. I have literally no idea. So thank you for watching and I will see you all in the next one. So leave a like if you like the episode, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thank you once again for Pocket Watch. Let's wink out.